When you think of a firefighter who's died in the line of duty, you probably think of someone who died when they were in the middle of fighting a fire. But research shows one of the biggest dangers facing firefighters is cancer. And that danger is growing because of how we build our homes and what we put inside them. Right now, you might have seen this headline. Portland Fire and Rescue is mourning the death of Lieutenant Jerry Richardson. He served 22 years as a Portland firefighter before he was diagnosed with mesothelioma. That's an extremely aggressive and deadly form of cancer caused by breathing in asbestos fibers. And it's one of the most common types of cancer to affect firefighters. Also, firefighters are diagnosed far more often than others. Now, the research is fairly recent, and we talked about it with Portland Fire and Rescue. They say they have to protect themselves from the carcinogens in the air when a building is burning.
It's a big danger, and part of the problem is that we have things now that are made with petroleum products, and when they burn, those chemicals are what's killing us. So, you know, it used to be that a couch would burn and it would be wood and natural fibers, and it wasn't so bad. You breathe those chemicals; those are really bad for you. So the products that are being made nowadays are made with things that are killing us quicker, and that's just the nature of technology and the way things are built these days.
So Portland firefighters have new headgear and safety procedures to try and keep the chemicals out. But for some firefighters, like Lieutenant Richardson, who had been on the job for decades, the damage may already have been done. And that's the case for veteran firefighters across the country. In Forest Grove earlier this fall, Captain Rick Ilg died from brain cancer, and his death is also considered a death in the line of duty because of exposure to carcinogens in burning buildings. Captain Ilg had been fighting fires for 15 years. He was only 49 years old when he died. And according to data from the International Association of Firefighters, cancer caused 66% of the career firefighter line of duty deaths from 2002 to 2019. Heart disease caused 18% of the deaths during that time. And on top of that, according to the CDC, firefighters have a 9% higher risk of being diagnosed with cancer and a 14% higher risk of dying from cancer than the general U.S. population. Now, firefighters and their families are eligible for workers' compensation in Oregon if they're diagnosed with certain cancers associated with fighting fires. As for Lieutenant Richardson, he leaves behind a wife and 2 kids, and a firefighting family obviously mourning his death.
Jerry was a selfless person. He was somebody who cared about others before himself. He brought people together. Jerry was the ultimate family guy. And when I say family, I'm not talking about just his family, which was number one, but his fire family. He touched us all. His battle was inspirational.